Eight-year pro from Virginia will settle in. Up top is Reith and Claxton. And the visiting Nets, Claxton matched up on him, 9 to shoot. Simon's good at getting past that first tier of defense, but steps back in rhythm and nails a jumper.
I lived a long time thinking I wouldn't see two NBA teams start a game in zone defense.
But here we are. Claxton drives in deep, goes to the left hand.
This game has a half-court pace to it here in the early going. Both teams being deliberate.
That's good for analysts, you know.
Yeah, it gives us time to unpack it. But
yeah. He will give Grant, Bridges will, to Dinwiddie. Cross court to Reith out on top. Brogdon a deep three with 4 to shoot. And Reith is there to field it and fire it down the hole. A two-hand tip check. Crosses over into the lane, dives to the rack. Finger roll is short and the rebound of Brogdon. Simons out ahead to Grant. Centering pass to Reith. Chopping his steps, trying to get by a man. Contact is made, and that's a blocking foul on Cameron Johnson of the Nets.
I spent some time in oil and gas for 2.5 years.
Of course.
I did some commercial real estate. Shout out my guy John Offshuler in Dallas. And I actually spent some time coaching at SMU again. It was a grad assistant. Touched back down into coaching a little bit.
But there's nothing like being on the bus, on the plane with the fellas, getting prepped and ready to play some basketball.
Man, that's the best thing. Having my teammates around and going through the routine. I try not to compare myself too much and just to do what I'm supposed to do and play my game.
And that's really what you got to do as a pro. Being a pro is about doing what you do best as often as possible. When you are able to watch guys you played with in the remix and then they come play here with the Blazers, and then they come back. Is there a conversation of debriefing them about that experience?
And 18 field goals attempted in that period of time. He will let it fly. Smith, the interception. He can hop. He'll spin and eases that one over the cup.
This season together, and then they started tonight. So they actually got off to a great start considering they didn't really play much yet.
That's a great number. Blazers doing this, Michael, without Simons.
That's a deep three right there.
Dominating the ball.
On the way over here.
Yeah, how many times did you fall? Tell him.
It was 1. The Haberstadt tonight is 1. As in, that's the number of times.
Roaming around on that snow and ice. Nothing gonna take you off your feet. Nothing.
Not your first rodeo. No. It was my first one today.
The previous storm, I rode with him because I didn't have the skills, right? I got in the back of his car and laid, and I didn't know it was a shovel in my neck.
Defense up top along with Cameron Johnson. Over it comes to Grant, setting up Dinwiddie with a dribble. Grant checked by Bridges. Switches toward the baseline and spins back middle. Tom Haberstroh joins us in the second half. On the inbounds, it's Grant. Has a step into the lane. Laid it up and in.
Yeah, the 3 is better than 2.
Yeah, that won't change. Here's Grant with it. Hard dribble drive with the left hand. Switches to the right. Turns the body over traffic and laid it up and in. Don't seem to be too bothered by Claxton here early in this game. The average is better than 2 blocks a ball game. Johnson out on the wing. Drills a 3. 5 of 12 shooting from the line for the Nets. Blazers 4-4. Outside Brogdon, the starter tonight, drills a 3. Minutes coming out to screen for Brogdon. Claxton jumps out on Brogdon. It backs him into the paint. Walker outside, sets his toes for 3, drilled it. You give him a full summer working in the gym with the 3. He's going to come back next year. He'll be a league average 35%er, I think. Here's Claxton at the rim, posing. Brogdon wraps it between the wickets, drives in deep. On the post up, he just bogarts Dinwiddie for the bucket.
On those long distance threes.
Dinwiddie coming off a Claxton screen, bounces to Bridges, 2 to shoot. Dinwiddie now made aware of that, leans back. Brogdon stumbles, finds Walker out of the wing. Working Johnson to the inline, powered up, a shot won't go. Johnson bears down on the baseline, nice find of Bridges. Angling to the cup, left it short. Brogdon will summon it outside here to Simons. Has an advantage. Off balance, getting by Dinwiddie. Off balance, getting by Dinwiddie and banking it in. Wanted a call, but won't get it. In the meantime, the Nets sprint down the floor, and Cameron Johnson poses for a two-hander.
A hockey rebound?
Yeah.
I like that.
It's a new term, a hockey rebound rate. Let's work on that.
I'm working on it now. Hold on.
Here comes Henderson the other way. Dribble handout intercepted. Dinwiddie up the floor. That's happened now 3 times in this game, Michael. We're on the edge on a soft pass or...
He's an unrestricted free agent, which means they can go up to the max to retain him, but they're gonna have some competition. He's a very coveted player around the league. 2 of them are late first-round picks. This upcoming draft, late first-round picks. So you might hear first-round pick and think, oh, that could be a lottery. No. 0 shots in the NBA.
They didn't let me do it.
Brogdon stepped through, laid it in, count that bucket. And the Blazers needed that one. Here's Reef. Operating here to Grant. Puts a dribble on the deck, into the lane to the glass. Laid it up and in. Beautiful move by Jeremy Grant. Grant with it. Hard left-hand dribble to the baseline. Shut off by O'Neal. A double move into a spin. Up and in. Oh, what a move. Dorian Finney-Smith pumps a 3 and collects. He's a 40%er out there, and he shoots better than 5 a game. 22nd defense. Simons pitches over here to Kamara. Off into the corner to Grant. He'll square, fire, and hit. Jeremy Grant. Excellent defenses. The Blazers converge on him. Kamara made it a tough deal. Simons on the bounce. Survey switches to the left hand for a pull-up and nestles that one in. On the surge. Here to Bridges, pull up 3. Reef stumbles to the floor from his knees to Thibault. Up to Ant, breaks down. Thomas drives to the rack and laid it in. 13 of 22, 59% shooting from the line, allowing the Blazers to hang in here down 2. Grant outside for 3, got it. Jeremy Grant steers in a triple. Didn't seem to bother him today. Backs down on Dorian Finney-Smith. Another nice move to get into the air, and he's fouled. The Blazers have to remain aggressive here, and eventually...
Upon review, Cam Johnson gets to the ball legally and deflects it. And then in the immediate aftermath of the play, the ball actually goes off of Jeremy Grant's hand last. So the challenge is successful. And play will be resumed with Brooklyn getting the ball on the baseline. Brooklyn retains the timeout and the ability to challenge.
Claxton's a screen. Dinwiddie swings it outside. Bridges had a step on Grant and laid it in. A flutter ball by Bridges. It's got to be. Otherwise, they wouldn't have posted it there. Yeah. Well, they weren't real definitive there in that call. Simons in the paint hits a step back. That was definitely definitive. 14 points now for Simons. It's a 2-point lead for the Blazers. Into the lane comes Dinwiddie. Hippity hop. Right to the rack to lay it in. Dinwiddie with a nice strong take.
Of the sidewalk in Uggs, which do not have a ton of support. Woke up in the middle of the night, could not walk. So here we are.
But you made it. That's a lead of 1. 10 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie, the crossover into a triple. He's been the money man tonight for the Blazers. Works on Cameron Johnson, gathering momentum with a dribble into the lane. Laid it up and in. He twirls and barely got a shot or take the lead. He'll back it out with 1:02 remaining. 14 to shoot. Slides in on Claxton. A good shot blocker. Pivots away. Gives to Simons. To the baseline. Pull up over Bridges is good. Grant comes over. Slips the screen. Simons double teamed. Over to Malcolm. Takes it. Shoots it with 2. Rimming no. Tip jam. Kamara no. Grant is there to flip it up and in. O'Neal the trigger man here. Inbounds to Dinwiddie, outside of Cameron Johnson. Passes up a look to drive it, and will lay it up and in. Jeremy Grant came over and defended. 5 and 2/10 seconds remaining, however. Blazers called time. Kamara trying to get a switch there. Simons comes out. Bridges comes out with Simons. Here is Simons for the win. Drives into the lane, running right-hander. Up and in! Simons, the runner. .2. Kamara down there with Reith. Those are the tall trees. As Royce O'Neal will bring it in bounds. It hit the iron and bounces out. And that will be that.